Last Sunday, the church offered to us to reflect on the sower. This Sunday, our gospel are the immediate next verses from St. Matthew. Now, one of the hardest things about being a Christian is that we don't like waiting for anything, for faith, holiness, growth. We want God to fix our problems immediately. We want our suffering to end now. We want difficult people to change now. And I bet we sometimes ask, Lord, why don't you do something about it? And that's exactly the question in today's gospel. Last Sunday we wondered if the farmer knew anything about sowing, since he threw seed everywhere, not caring where it landed. Now Jesus tells the story of a farmer who planted good seed. But while everyone was asleep, an enemy comes and sows weeds among the wheat. When the servants discover this, they ask the owner naturally, "Do you want us to go pull them up?" It seems like the obvious solution, get rid of the weeds. But Jesus surprises them. He says, "No, let them grow until the harvest." Why? There's an old story about a young boy who planted a small apple tree with his grandfather. Every day he ran outside to check it. After 2 weeks, he became frustrated. "It isn't growing," he said. His grandfather smiled. "It's growing." He insisted. "No, it's not. It looks the same as it did yesterday." His grandfather knelt down beside him and said, "Just because you can't see growth above the ground doesn't mean it's not growing beneath it. The roots grow first." That's often how God works with us. When we want immediate results in faith and holiness, God is growing roots, but we judge by what we see. One lesson that I hope we take from this Sunday's gospel is that we should be very careful about judging other people. Jesus says, don't pull up the weeds too quickly because you might uproot the wheat. How often have we written someone off? He's never going to change. She's hopeless. Those people taking my pew at Christmas, they won't be back next Sunday. Yet, the history of the church is full of people who looked like weeds before they became wheat. Think of St. Paul. He killed Christians. Think of St. Augustine. He spent years chasing pleasure. Think of St. Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times. If someone had judged them too soon and pulled them up as useless, they would have been completely wrong. God wasn't finished writing their story. Nor is Jesus talking only about other people. He's also talking about us. Every one of us has wheat, and every one of us has weeds. We have generosity and selfishness, faith and doubt, patience and anger, kindness and pride, holiness and sinfulness. Our spiritual life, then, is about allowing Jesus Christ to strengthen our wheat and weaken our weeds. Every time we receive the Eucharist, our wheat grows. Every time we go to confession, the weeds lose their grip. Every time we choose forgiveness instead of revenge, another weed dies. Holiness isn't becoming someone else. It's allowing Christ to cultivate what he planted in us at baptism. Now, people often ask me, "Father, if God is all-powerful, why doesn't he simply eliminate evil?" Because God's patience with the weeds is an act of mercy. If God ended life the moment we sinned, the church would be empty. Instead, God gives us another day, another opportunity, and another invitation, just like this Sunday, to repent. Now, not to scare you, but Jesus doesn't say there won't be a harvest. One day, God will come again, or we will be called home. One day, evil will be defeated. One day, every wrong will be made right. But today is not the day for despair. Today is a day for conversion. The farmer waits because he hopes the wheat will mature. God waits because he hopes sinners will become saints. The question today is not, who are the weeds? The question is, what weeds in my own life is Christ asking me to surrender? Perhaps it's resentment, gossip, addictions, pride, lust. God hasn't given up on us. God is patient. God continues to water us with his grace, to feed us with his word, and to nourish us with his Eucharist, because he sees not only who we are today, he sees who we can become. So don't lose hope over your weeds. The master gardener is still at work.